Hi, this is Maria Williams. Today I have a video showing you how to do the inside part of this card that I made recently for my son. It is posted on my blog. And this is the pop-up part that I'm going to show you how to do. It's pretty easy. I know there are a lot of ways to do pop-up cards, but I like this one because it stands straight up and you can't see any folds on the inside of the cardstock or anything other than the little bit of the tabs that you can see. So I have a piece of thick white cardstock here. This is going to be the base of the card. And then this is the paper that I used for the cupcake liner. It is from a paper pack called Cherry on Top by Stampin' Up! And as you can see, it's been well used. Okay, so what you want to do is get a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be real wide, but you have to be able to fold it and get your image on there twice. So this is about the right height, and then I'm just going to eyeball the width. So I need about, let's say, 2 inches. So I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer and trim that down to 2 inches. And then what I'm going to do is fold it in half. And you can just fold it, or this piece of paper is about 3 inches, so half would be about 1.5. So I'm going to go ahead and score mine for easy folding. And then I'm also going to score at 1/4 inch from either end. And you'll see why I'm doing this in just a moment. Okay, so now this is what I have. I'm going to fold at the 1/4 inch marks on both sides, and this is what's going to be the pop-up. Make sense? Okay, so then I'm going to open it up just so that it's a little bit easier. And I'm stamping this with Tip Top Taupe, which is one of the new colors from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to stamp this cupcake liner right above the 1/4 inch line. And when you pick a pop-up image, you have to make sure that the left side and the right side are pretty much the same. So it has to be kind of a symmetrical image, because you're going to be stamping it on this side of the paper and then on the other side upside down. So when you fold it, they have to pretty much match up, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. So I'm going to stamp this, and I hope my head doesn't get in the way. So that ended up pretty much at the bottom. Then I'm going to fold it, and I'm going to trim it. Pretty close. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to stamp the other side. Not bad. And if I'm not real happy with that side, it can be the back, but I think that's pretty close. And then I'm going to trim this off a little bit more. And then I'm going to trim the bottom just a little bit as well, so that the tabs don't really show on the sides. Okay, and there it is. So that's what's going to sit like this. And the reason I made these little tabs 1/4 inch is because the adhesive that I'm using is 1/4 inch. So when I put it on there, it'll be the perfect width. So then, to complete the cupcake, what I did was to use this punch. It goes with the stamp set. that I use, which is Sprinkles of Life. And what I did was take a couple of the papers from that cherry on top paper set, and you want to punch one cupcake top this direction, and then flip the paper over and punch from this direction, because this is not a perfectly symmetrical cutout. So that way, when you put them back to back, they will match up. So those are the first two, and I'm just going to show you how to do these. I think you get the picture. Then you would punch out some more and just pile them up on top. So I used the new fine tip glue pen from Stampin' Up. It's a liquid glue, and I just took one of the tops, put my glue on there, and attach that. Oops. This glue gives you a little dry time, so put that side on, and then flipped it over. Put glue all over the back, because you do want it to be, the two pieces to be attached all the way around. You don't really want to see gaps in between the layers. And then you put it on the back. You match it up. So there's the cupcake. And now to attach it to the card, all you have to do is get your tape. I love this double stick tape. You can just tear it with your fingers, or you can cut it. Since I'm doing a fairly small piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And you put it on your tab. On both sides. Oops. Better get that off quickly, because if I press that down, it's not going to come back up. Put that on this side. And I'm ready to put it onto my card. So here's my card again, and all I'm going to do is peel off one side, and I don't put it all the way up into the corner, because then it creates a little bit of bulk, which is another reason why I'm using paper. If you were to use cardstock, you would be creating more bulk in the middle of the card, and then when you try to close it, it wouldn't close as flat. So if you just put it just a little bit further down from the center of the card, just a little bit of space. I think that might be a little too far over. Well, it's stuck now. Then you just take off the backing on this side, close your card, and there's your pop-up. It's that simple. And I guess I didn't give my layers enough time to dry. You would want to definitely let that dry really well. And then, and you could build up your cupcake before you put it on your card, or you can do it after. Okay? So I hope you give this a try, and check out my blog for a couple more pictures of the card. Thanks for watching.